right, welcome to another week of distance learning government class with Mr. Kurtz. First and foremost, I hope everyone's well. If you guys need anything, make sure you're reaching out to me and letting me know what help you need. Let's talk about our calendar first. As of now, all of the previous assignments that I will be grading for the Electoral College unit 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and for our voting, Electoral College, and campaigns and political parties 1, 2, 3, all of those have been extended till May 3rd. All right, as they extend our distance learning through the governor's mandate through mid-May at least, it's in your best interest to get those assignments done. Some of you have and some of you have not. So I'm trying to give you every opportunity. If you had things come up and you couldn't get things done, you can still get those done. All right. The next 2 weeks, starting tomorrow, Tuesday, or as you watch this today, Tuesday, through this week and next week, will all be dedicated to our service learning. All right. Now, this is going to affect everybody in different ways. So let's start with, let's take a look at the week itself. All right. All right, now the first thing you're going to notice is right here on the screen, it says, if you have completed 10 or more hours, you only need to complete one project from the folder I'm going to show you. If you have completed less than 10 hours, you need to complete 2 of these projects. Now, what does that mean? Only I know what you've told me, but this has to be based off of the hours that you have given me. And I know a lot of you are going to have different hours, so if you need to reach out and have a conversation with me, that's fine. But if you know I didn't do any hours, then you know you have 2. If you had 6 hours done, you got to do 2. If you had 10, you're on this one, 1. If you had 12, 14, 18, you're on this one. If you had 20 done, you can ignore this folder. All right, you're already done. All right. So, in saying that, if you're not sure, am I doing 1 or 2, let me know that you're unclear and we will dig through what we got and figure out where you're at. All right, let's take a look at the projects itself. All right, when you open the folder, here's what you will see. The instructions, and then the 7 different themes and the projects built into those themes. All right. All right, so again, if you're doing 1 project, you're going to read the instructions. You're only going to pick 1 of these. If you're doing 2, you read the instructions. You're going to pick 2. All right. All right. So open up the Service Learning Advocacy Project COVID-19 document. It will look like this. And there's some information at the top from our coordinator from the county about what's going on. And then the idea that we are shifting our service learning for this semester through this pandemic to this project. All right. You can read through that if you want, but I'm just going to jump into what we're doing. All right, so step 1, select the theme. So again, if you're doing 2 of these, pick 1 for this week, pick 1 for next week, but if you're only doing 1, pick the one that interests you the most. All right, so let's pick public safety first responders, supporting first responders during COVID-19. All right, step 1 is done. You picked it. Step 2, you're going to go back to the theme folder for public safety and you're going to open it. All right, so let's do that now. Public safety. So pick and open the theme you choose. All right. You're going to open this document and you're going to do a save as, save it to your desktop or save it in Office 365, whatever you've been doing that's been working so that you are able to edit and adjust. All right. I'm just going to click in view so you can see what I can see what you would see. All right. Now this has been put together for you for each theme and all of them are the same amount of work. What you will be asked to do is look at 3 separate articles, read them, and complete a graphic organizer. And then the 3 graphic organizers will be submitted to me. And then the 3 graphic organizers will be used to complete a second step more towards your project. And I'll go over those 2 to 4 options in a moment. So first and foremost, these are the links to the articles, or at the bottom of this page, the articles are on here for you. Okay? Read, highlight, do whatever you need to do. If you don't like looking at it on the screen, print them out. It doesn't matter to me as long as you're able to read through them and learn from them. What are you going to do for each article? You are going to fill in this graphic organizer. So the first article, here's the title. What do you need to do? You need to type the author's name here. You need to, after you've read it, write down the 3 main ideas. Don't just write the first 3 facts you see, because it's not going to give you a complete and full idea of what this article was supposed to teach you. Write down the 3 main ideas, 3 biggest takeaways. Then, actions that citizens or lawmakers can take to solve this issue. So within each article, there's going to be some problems and some issues. I need you to put on your advocacy hat and say to yourselves, all right, what can be done? What can people do to make a difference? All right, write down those ideas right here. Repeat that for all 3 articles, and by the end of this, you should have a clear understanding on public safety, what the biggest issues first responders are facing, and then what you think needs to happen next to make things better for them. All right, that's how advocacy works. You learn from these articles so that you can become the voice for how to fix it. All right, so you would save this document, and then you would return to our folder, and in the theme public safety area, you would submit that document with the 3 graphic organizers completed. All right, that's step 1. The next step, you go back to the instructions, and you're going to choose one of these 4 options, and then you're done. That's the end of the project. Again, if you got 1, you'll be done this week. If you have 2, it will take you 2 weeks. All right, so you've learned. Now it's time to choose your project. In my mind, these first 2 options are more so for computer. The bottom 2 are more so for if someone doesn't have a computer right now and they're doing things on paper pencil. However, even if you have a computer and you would rather do the paper pencil option, you may. But I'm not going to spend a lot of time right now talking about these 2. If you choose these 2, by all means you may. Only thing I ask is when to submit paper pencil to me, you simply take pictures of what you've done and send them to me through email or through Remind. All right. If you do the top 2 projects, then you're just going to submit them to me through Schoology, just like you did the other worksheet. All right. So option 1. Now that you think you have the best plan for how to advocate for first responders, you're going to write a letter to a political representative. All right, it says write 5 letters, but you're not going to type the same letter 5 times. You're going to write 1 letter and you would just address it to 5 different people. All right, so you're going to write 1 letter. It needs to be a full page, 12 font, double spaced is fine, but it cannot be less than 1 page. A full 1 page or more is acceptable. All right, you're going to write to them, to lawmakers, about what you have learned on your theme and what new laws or changes to existing laws should suggest. So if you've done the graphic organizers correctly, all the information on the right-hand side and left-hand side is what you're putting in your letter. You just need to word it appropriately. So you would type that letter and then you would submit it to me, and that's the end of the project. Or if you would rather do a PowerPoint, it's kind of going to be the same information, just it won't be like paragraph form. It'll be more so bullets and some pictures. Title slide, research slides explaining the information you found in the article. So that would be the left-hand side of the graphic organizers. Action you want local, state, national government to take. That's your right-hand side of the organizer. Information, action that citizens to take to help with the issue. You can give different suggestions based on age. That's again going to be more about the right-hand side of that form. What should be done. All right. Concluding slide that states your opinion or on the most important action to take. Optional pictures. All right. So you have 2 choices here. The 1-page letter of what lawmakers need to do, or the 10-slide PowerPoint. All right. Now, if this is all done on public safety, you're going to come back then to the public safety theme area. And now that you have saved your letter or your PowerPoint, over here in submissions, you would have already submitted this form, public safety. This is going to have all your graphic organizers so that I can see them, and I'd score that. Then you're going to submit right in there again your letter or your PowerPoint, so you would have 2 submissions over here. I will take both those submissions, add them together, and that would give you your 100-point project score. All right, it replaces your hours that you would have originally gotten 100 points on. So if you only have one project to do, which that's only about 15 of you actually got 10 or more hours done, that's you. You could have that done by this weekend, and then next weekend you have nothing to do. If you had less than 10, you just have to do that project twice. So you submit 2 things here in public safety, you go back and choose a different theme, and you repeat the same process again for medical and health or whatever you choose. You submit the graphic organizer, you submit the letter or the PowerPoint. Okay? Final thing I want to say is I don't have all the answers. I don't know exactly what the plan will be. I can only tell you what I know. In terms of this government course and grades, they're coming up with new plans and ideas. Things are changing because no one planned for this. No one's looking to sabotage your grades. I can tell you that. You still got to show up and do some work. You noticed I haven't been giving you any exams, no tests, no talks about HSA, but all I can go on is what you're working on. So your work says a lot for you. So if you guys want to make sure you pass this course, please log on and do the work. Now, service learning is a whole separate thing. You know service learning is a requirement to graduate. It's based off of your projects, your hours. This is not the 2 weeks to not show up. All right? I can't tell you right now that at the end of the year, they're not going to give me a list and say, check off the kids who didn't do service learning. If they do that, you're going to have to repeat service learning. You might not have to repeat government, but you might be sitting in a world history class in 11th grade having to worry about 2 service learning projects. If you're stuck at home, this is the best time to do it because you can get those hours checked off. I know it's not ideal, and some of you had great plans to go out into our community and do great things, but again, none of us could plan for this. So take advantage of this opportunity. Please find some time and get these projects done. All right. If you need me, if it's a question of how many hours, how many projects do I owe you, Mr. Kurtz? If it's a question on I need help doing this, anything you need, you got to reach out to me. I check my phone pretty much every day from 8 a.m. till 3 and then once an hour after that. All right. If you need help, send me a remind. If you need help on this screen, you can message me through the members link, find my name, hit the gear, send message, type me message. If you need to see my face and you need to ask me questions, I will find a way for us to do a chat through Office 365. I will set up a conference. If several students have the same issues, I'll set up a conference for a bunch of us. But if it's just you need me to see you so you can see me and I can explain to you what's happening or show you on my computer what you are having trouble with, you just got to let me know. I'm here to help you, but let me know if you're having issues. All right, I wish you guys the best. Stay safe. I look forward to seeing your work and hopefully able to see you guys sooner than later. All right, take care.